Hello, JJ Douglas. I just saw a video uploaded on Facebook, and one of the names I think who posted the video, the name was JJ Douglas. So I don't know if that's the young man in the video, the young beautiful black guy with a black hat on, JJ Douglas, and the thing there was called Plunker Nation, Auntie Donna's Plunker Nation, Jamaica. And I'm not trying to be, a big head and like I know everything, I'm just so perfect. No, I'm not saying that at all. But JJ, I think his name is JJ Douglas, a beautiful, beautiful young man. You're so beautiful, you're so passionate. And your eyes looked like they were filled with tears because you felt, but you're just allowing yourself to be used as a woman, by maybe a certain man or different individual men. But JJ, don't cry. Oh my God, you're so beautiful. You're a young man, you're very young, and you feel so passionately towards myself as an older woman. But I want to say this to you, JJ, because the message is for anyone who receives the message. So I received the message on Facebook as an older woman of 54, and I will never disregard your advice, your beautiful advice, and it's so full of passion and really a real lot of sincerity in your heart and your soul. And you think, I know how it feels because you've obviously got a mum around about my age group, and you're feeling like, how does it feel for a son to see his mum, from his perception, being used and manipulated by different men or maybe a particular individual? And you're thinking, well, why would somebody who's like my mum, why would she allow herself to be disrespected? And it's sort of like, it puts like a cloud over these young men's head who have got mothers, and they watch and sit and watch other women who could be their mother and think, why would you do that to yourself, and not think of the impact and the emotional, the emotion from my son. Well, my darling JJ Douglas, you're so beautiful, young man. I'm not being nonchalant, and I'm not disregarding your passion in your voice and your spirit and your soul, but it ain't really the way you see it at all. Furthermore, I'm not really allowing anyone back into my life, but yes, I won't pull the person down and drag them down and beat them down and kill them, because the black families have been destroyed since slavery, which was a pattern of behavior from our oppressors that led to family separation and single mothers with multiple different fathers, lots of children with multiple fathers. This was a plan and device and strategy by our oppressors to divide and separate us and destroy the black family. Now, the black family, if you listen to me, I don't propose to know everything. I'm not a leader. I just listen to our black leaders. And our black leaders in the community, they always talk about the black family and what the oppressors have done to destroy the black family. So in order to really sort of address these issues that we've got a long way to go. I must say that we as a black community have got a long way to go when it comes to repairing ourselves and healing ourselves, and all the damage that's been done over hundreds of years, in every single aspect of our lives, our relationship, our work, our career, our personal development, our education, our sciences, our medicines, our education system, our children, our relationships. We've got a long way to go yet, but we have to start somewhere, young man. So JJ Douglas, the black family is the core and now of the black community. The black family is the core and the heart and the soul of the black community. That's where it all starts. That's where it all starts for us as a people, and in terms of repair, heal, progress, develop, slowly progressing and developing. Again, we've got to start with the black family. And sometimes it's hard for me because I'm only human, and like I said, I'm not perfect, but I learn what I know from our black leaders. I listen to them, and I've been listening to them a long time, and many of them always bring up the black family as something that we need to hold very valuable, and we need to listen to our black leaders, young man. So please, JJ Douglas, from the video was posted on Plonker Nation, Jamaica, please go to your social media and start researching our black leaders, and just sit down, make yourself comfortable, tidy up your home, make it comfortable, have a nice drink of lemon and ginger tea, put your feet up on the stool, lie back with your dressing gown, and relax, and just play the videos from our black leaders going way back, and listen to what they say about the black family and how important the black family is, and why we need to overcome really what is petty. It doesn't seem that way to you. It seems, because you're very sensitive, young man. You're very beautiful and you're very sensitive. So it doesn't mean I must stand disrespect. But I wouldn't take disrespect from a white man or a Chinese man or an Asian man or any other race. But when it comes to our black family, we have to be able to make more effort to put aside our differences and humble ourselves before the Lord. And the Lord is very important in this. I'm not talking about Lord Makalawa, that prick. I'm talking about our God, what we view as God and Almighty. And please listen to Minister Louis Farrakhan, because he's so wise. And all these people, listen to Minister Farrakhan mainly. I would advise you, JJ Douglas, and what he says about the black family. And he's so wise and full of wisdom and knowledge and understanding, and very importantly, experience. We've got to put aside our little ego, our little insensitive, and because like I said, I wouldn't allow a white man to come and disrespect me. I wouldn't allow a Chinese man to come and disrespect me. I wouldn't allow a Asian man to come and disrespect me. I wouldn't allow an Arab man to come and disrespect me. And I never date outside my race anyway, but I wouldn't allow them man in any shape, form, to come and disrespect me and talk to me anyhow, without any manners or respect. But when it comes to our black family, we have to take into consideration the damage that has been done to us as a people more than any other race. More significant and more important and more impactful the damage that has been done to us as a black community internationally and worldwide. And we have to bear that in mind because we are a black family. So the black man, our relationship is quite unique because it's very much the black man and the black woman in general. We have a lot of ups and downs, and our relationships are quite stormy and all that kind of thing because of the damage. We don't have the privilege to have very secure, stable relationships all of the time in the black community like the white people do, because their economic background is different. They have white privilege. Everywhere they go, they're respected and treated with dignity, respect, pride. They and they don't, in principle, have the disadvantages we do. And I'm talking about on a broad general scale, So the impact on terms of how our relationships pan out, our personal, private and intimate relationships pan out, is going to be different. I can hear police parking outside the door there. It's different, JJ Douglas, the environment, the discrimination, the inequalities, it impacts our whole, every aspect and every fiber of our being. So it does have, ultimately, it ultimately makes a difference when it comes to the black family and our relationships between the black man and the black woman. And it's not that the black man is bad, because he isn't. I know it's very hard for you to understand that. Please listen to Minister Farrakhan, because Minister Farrakhan is so wise. He's so articulate and so intelligent, and he'll be able to explain it much more better than me. So relax, have a bath, have a soak, have a steam, tidy up, make a nice cup of herbal tea or fruit tea, put your feet on the stool, relax back, and put your social media on, and look for Minister Farrakhan's videos, and look for his talks on specifically the black family and the nature of the black man and what happened to the black man, that sort of thing. But start off with the black family. Listen to Minister Farrakhan talk about the black family, and you will get a much in-depth, comprehensive understanding. You understand me? Because it's not a straightforward situation like you're saying. Oh, you keep letting them back in, What do you want me to do, JJ Douglas? Kill the black man? I don't need to do that. The white man the police are already doing that. They're already killing out our black men more than enough. And I don't want to do that because I'm not a killer. I'm a lover. You know what I mean? I'm not a killer, darling. I'm a lover. And I have to accept that my nature is not that of a killer. The white man, the white people, their nature is barbaric and barbaric by nature. I'm a woman, I'm a female, and I have love in me. So I can't change that. Why should I change that and adopt a nature which is indifferent to that is genetically within me? Why should I change and adapt to a vicious, minded, self-centered, callous, cold-hearted, killer? I don't want to be that, JJ Douglas from Plunker Nation. I don't want to be a cold-hearted killer. So don't take it to heart. I love you. You're so beautiful. You're a beautiful young man. Just listen to Minister Farrakhan. I'm begging you. Huh? Please, listen and learn from our elders. Our elders have been put there for a reason. Don't ignore them. Listen, don't judge. Just listen and learn, because you'll learn a lot more deeper on a much, personal scale, what relationships are really about and why it's so significant to overcome petty, frivolous, misunderstandings and stuff like that. I'm not saying women must go back to certain situations. I'm not telling you I'm going to go back to Tom, Dick or Harry. Right now I'm 54 years old. I'm actually a law student, and I'm quite happy plodding along, because that's what I do now. I plod along. I don't even walk, I just plod. I'm quite happy plodding along and mapping out goals in my life and trying to fulfill those goals and tick boxes as I go along. I'm quite happy learning and fulfilling, my desires, my broaden my horizon. And because I basically reached menopause. It was forced menopause, very prematurely. But what happened is I reached menopause at 52 in 2022, and it's sort of like your hormones change, and then all of a sudden you start to think different, and it's really like you've become a different person. You wake up and you're just this different person. And quite often women who go through the menopause suddenly wake up one morning after spending years and years and decades just a very mundane, boring, ordinary routine. All of a sudden you hit menopause and you want to climb the fucking Mount Everest. You want to swim the high sea. You want to fly even though you're scared of heights. You want to learn to fly a helicopter. You want to go for aviation lessons. And I'm going through that stage. So I wouldn't really take it to heart, young man, that you will worry about your own mother maybe, or a woman who's just like your mother. You're very emotional. You're very in touch with your emotional side, which is beautiful. You're in touch with humanity, and that's what it is, because that is your nature, to be in touch with humanity. So it's a beautiful thing, JJ Douglas. But right now I'm not even thinking about men and sex and relationship and marriage, and because the way how the menopause take me and my hormones just change, I just want to be able to, because I've mapped out so many plans, dreams, goals that I want to achieve. I can't stop writing them all out. My mind is just overloaded every day with new ideas that I want to explore and try and achieve. And so I'm really quite, bogged down with all that at the moment, which is going to take quite a while for me to be able to successfully accomplish at least some of them, if not all of them. So I won't worry too much about older women being disrespected as you perceive. It's not being disrespected. At the end of the day, even though these men are older than yourself, you're a young boy, you're a young man, but men they're built differently to women. They're made differently. The hormones are different. Men have testosterone, women have estrogen. So when a man really wants to turn around and say, listen, I'm sorry, I love you, I'm sorry that I've made a fool of myself and I've put you through that. But they can't. It's not so easy. Women, you see women as, oh, but she's so loving and she keeps getting disrespected. It's because by nature, women are easy. It's much easier for us to back down because we've got estrogen. So how else can I explain? So it's much easier for us to back down and say, you know what, I love you. I don't care what and that kind of thing, because we don't have that hang up as women. But men who have testosterone and a lot of pride, who are originally, the black man, the original man, was, when he was created, he was a hunter. So he was competitive, you know, going out and hunting with other tribes, competing with other tribes. So the ego has always been there from the beginning of time, and it has to be there, because a man would not be a man without his ego. That's why they're identified mainly as alpha males. So a man, a typical man is not going to back down and say, he's going to feel like a sap. You know what I mean? It's like it's gonna take away everything out of him, you know, his last ounce of respect and pride. So he has to put on a show, because that's how men are made differently from women. They have to sometimes put on a show rather than say, you know what, Joe, I'm sorry, Joe. Because, yeah, listen to Minister Farrakhan. So at the end of the day, I would like to know that even though we have fallouts as adults, we can still overcome, and if possible, be friends, if it's possible, or where it's possible, and really get on with our lives, and as long as nothing stops us as individuals from developing personal development, progress, moving on, you know, then there's no problem, you know. Because if you're driving a car and it breaks down on the motorway, you know, if it stops and it never starts again, then it's pulled you back. So then it's a problem. But if you can get somebody to jumpstart it or help you fix it, the engine or whatever the problem is, and you get the car moving again, then you don't need to dwell on the fact that it actually stopped in the motorway for 1 hour or half an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours. You will get over it because you're moving on again. You're moving. You're progressing. The car's moving. Your life's moving again. And you're gone. About your business. But when you stop, you know, like not stale water, that's the wrong word, sorry. I forgot the word, stagnate. When you allow yourself to be stagnated and the mind is not progressing, the engine's not moving, it's not going, then it's quite frustrating, and you know, that sort of thing. It's quite frustrating. So you, I keep showing my toilet. Oh my God. It can be quite frustrating, but the way I see it is, I'm not, you know, meaning to be a big head and know it all and be this big philosopher, but it's just the way I see it. As long as I can, no matter what I've been through in life, as long as it doesn't stop me any further from progressing and developing myself and moving to where I want to be and achieving my goals, then it's not a problem. You understand? I hope that's helped you understand situations. Mr. J.J. Douglas from the Plunk Nation, Jamaica.